We are joined now by the tonight's winning head coach and Danielle Robinson and student athletes Tay Williams and Tristan Anaruna. If you have got a question for the student athletes, we'll take those first. But we'll get things started with an opening statement from Coach. Coach, congratulations on the win. Your thoughts on how you got it done?
Thanks. Total team effort. Have to give Milwaukee credit. The way they handled us the last two games, our guys came out with an edge. Really proud of how they came out, playing together, taking the game plan, implemented, putting it into the game. And then specifically, Tay Williams was unbelievable tonight on the defensive end. He had a tough defensive assignment of guarding Freeman. Freeman went wild on us the last two games, averaging 27 points a game in our two contests. But Tay Williams specifically was unbelievable defensively, and then offensively, man, he played with another gear. And just everybody that came in brought something to the table tonight, and it was a total team effort.
All right, questions for either Tay or Tristan? You want to ask a question, raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone. Name and affiliation, too. Thanks, bud.
Yes, Bob McDonald, Horizon Roundtable. This question is for Tristan. After you got your fourth foul and you came back in, what adjustments did you make to your game to be able to, stay in the game and be able to do what you were able to do down the stretch?
First of all, I tried to keep my hands up, try to show the ref my hands. I got picked up 2 quick fouls because I jumped on pump fake, so I tried to stay down as much as I could. And then, while I was out the game, just try to keep encouraging my teammates, to help me stay engaged in the game as well, so that when I come back in, I'm ready to go. So,
next question for the student athletes, Matt.
We had Matt Dudek from Horizon Roundtable. We had the opportunity to ask your coach this question a couple days ago, but I'd love to hear either of your two responses on this. At what point in your season did you realize that you had a team that was special enough to get to this point and be staring down a championship?
We went through a lot of adversity throughout the whole year, and I feel like we always bounced back for every situation we had. So when I seen I got a team that could fight and compete with me, like throughout good and bad, I knew we had a shot then.
Tristan, same for you?
Yeah, I think kind of from the get-go, really, when we came on campus, I just saw this, everybody had this grit to them, and we've been working hard ever since, and kind of as the season went on, we kind of stayed in that momentum, so once conference started, and we started to win our first few, I knew that we had a special team, a group of guys that really wanted to fight.
Next question for the student athletes. Any more questions for the guys? All right, late hour. We'll let you guys get back to the locker room, celebrate, fellas. Congratulations.
All right, thanks, guys.
Not yet, you've coached. You got more to answer. You got a few more minutes in you. Not yet, even though it's late. All right, questions for Coach? Please raise your hand.
I was off the hook.
You might be. Going right here. Almost, so close.
Hi, Coach. So when Milwaukee got into their run, they were up by 9. They were only down by 9. What adjustments did you make in that timeout to make to get past to get through it?
Right. We just talked to our guys. We just had to settle them down. That's what we called the timeout. We knew that they were, they were a very good team. They won a ton of games, and they were trying everything to get back in it. They were playing desperate basketball. And we just had to calm our guys down, get them back on the script of doing what we did to get the lead. And coming out of the timeout, when we got Tay broke the press and he just went over the top, I think that was that kind of broke their spirit, and it also re-energized our guys and gave us some confidence. The way they play, they just wear you down. And that's what they've done all year long. They were down 20 at Northern Kentucky at the half and came back and won. And so, they have a deep team. And, our guys, give Deshaun Parker a lot of credit because, man, he had 2 guys on him the whole time. They were turning them and doing all that. And so we just needed a timeout to reset and get back on track.
Josh, go ahead.
Hi, Josh Rattray, HorizonLeague.org. Looking at your offensive tempo, 271st in the nation in offensive possession length. Milwaukee 17th, but you guys kind of ran them off the court in the first half with 25 fast break points. Were you trying to run? Were you trying to run with them? And as the game sped up, they kind of played their style in the second half a little bit. But what were you trying to do? Because it felt like that's what they might want to do is run, but you guys had the 20, at a big edge in the first half and running.
I think the tempo was dictated by their press. They pressed. We wanted to be aggressive against the press. And so we took what the defense gave us. When we got turnovers, we turned them over and we had numbers to score. We really want to run offense. Because of our defense, how hard we play defensively, we can't come down and just jack up quick shots and play as hard as we want to defensively. So their defense, the way that they pressed us, allowed us to get some quick points.
Matt, go ahead.
What does this say about Cleveland State athletics, where you have you guys obviously now making the championship, but the women as well? I mean, you guys, you got a quick turnaround first year for you there. Like, what does this say about the athletics program?
It's a great time to be a Vike. It's a great time to be a Vike.
Over here. All the way over here, please. Name and affiliation, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Chris Wright from the IUPUI graduate program for sports journalism. Tay Williams was a massive part in keeping B.J. Freeman, like you said. He was kind of who killed you the last 2 times you played against the team. That was at least a surprise to me, just how much he had on the defensive load with B.J. Freeman. But also there were some team defense elements in terms of how you guys guarded Freeman. I saw a bunch of double teams and 1 or 2 triple teams at a couple points. So what was the besides Tay, what was kind of the team defense elements that you wanted to go in to see against Freeman?
Mm-hmm. Well, our coaching staff does an unbelievable job in preparation. And so the things that we've seen from the previous 2 games, the coaches made an emphasis on getting deflections, getting them in situations where we brought 2 to the ball and they had to make tough passes, and that kind of helped get us sparked from an offensive standpoint. But, it goes both ways, because when we take care of the ball offensively, we get good shots. I mean, we had 54 points in the paint tonight. And so it kind of goes hand in hand with our defense and offense. And I want to go back to what you talked about. It's a great time to be a Vike, but what that speaks to, it speaks to the type of kids we have in our program, the job our staffs are doing. We've got great character kids in our program as well as in the women's program. And, you look at right now in our athletic department, 16 out of 17 sports have a 3.0 or better. And so right now we're playing and competing at a high level with high character student athletes.
Any further questions for Coach? All right, congratulations. See you tomorrow night. Best of luck.
All right, thanks. Go Vikes.